Playing as support, his 10.4 assists per game is the highest in the World Championships. For Azubu Frost, it's Mad Life!
A former #1 player on the Korean realm, he has also had at one point owned 4 of the top 20 solo queue spots in North America. The AD carry for Azubu Frost, give it up for Woo!
A dominant force in the jungle, he averaged an incredible 9.4 assists per game in the championship thus far. It's Cloud Templar!
Starting his League of Legends career by playing from level 10 to 2200 ELO on only Anivia. He holds a 4.7 KDA in the championship thus far. In mid lane, for Azubu Frost, it's Rapid Star!
You know him for his invincible Singe and epic top lane victories. With the highest gold per minute on Frost, it's Shy! Let's hear it one more time for Azubu Frost!
And now, introducing their opponents. With a record of 4 wins and 1 loss, they took down Macnoon and Najin Sword in the quarterfinals. They shocked the world by beating M5 in an epic 3-game semifinal. They are the kings of the Garena Premier League. Please welcome the TPA Assassins!
The play caller and support for TPA Assassins. He's averaging 8.4 assists per game. It's Mistake!
An aggressive player with outstanding positioning. He's averaging 4.2 kills per game. The AD carry for the TPA Assassins. Give it up for BB!
In the jungle, he has held the top 2 solo queue positions during the League of Legends beta with a 3.1 KDA in the championship. It's none other than Little Wolf!
He holds the highest KDA and gold per minute of all the players on stage today. Playing as the AP carry with a staggering 13.3 KDA. Give it up for Toy!
He's now famous for his meta-changing builds and innovative playstyles. With a tournament KDA of 4 in the top lane for TPA Assassins, it's Stanley! Let's give it up one more time for the TPA Assassins!
Ladies and gentlemen, now that you've met the teams, let's see what they're playing for. In addition to the $1 million first place prize and of course the honor of calling themselves the Season 2 World Champions, there's one more thing that we felt was needed. Take a look.
Everything starts with an idea, followed by a desire to make or build or do something great. The need is in our DNA. It rests within our soul. To marshal your skills requires discipline. You approach your dream as a master craftsman would, taking a journey toward refinement. Within you lies an unrelenting voice telling you to make the next thing better than the last. A personal study of ingenuity and artistry. This commitment has demanded a certain amount of sacrifice, but your deliberate effort has produced work that is continually evolving and growing. We make this in your honor, because you choose to meet the ultimate challenge. To challenge yourself to be the best of the best. This belongs to you, the champion.
Presenting the Summoners Cup for the very first time, please welcome Dustin Redbeard Beck.
Hey guys, love you too. No championship would be complete without a trophy, a symbol of the talent, the sacrifice, and the dedication of all the teams that have been competing over the course of this year and for years to come. This trophy also reflects the passion of our fans, as you guys are the ones that have made all this possible. I present to you guys the Summoners Cup! Oh, troll. We love the troll. We love the troll. Riot Games, baby. Boom! Oh, looks good. Tonight, one of these teams is going to have the chance to be the first to etch their name in the base of this, in the Summoners Cup, and be forever immortalized in the pantheon of League of Legends esports. Azubu Frost, TPA Assassins, good luck, you guys.
We've met the players. We've seen what they're playing for. Let's head on over to the caster's desk and begin the first match.
Thank you very much, DJ Wheat, Redbeard, and of course, Rachel. What a fantastic start. What an amazing trophy these guys are going to win, on top of $1 million. It's not bad.
It's a nice little addition to all of the things that they've had so far. And we're going to be going into Champion Select as soon as these players are ready. It's crazy that it's happening right now, because I never expected, maybe 6 months ago, to see this kind of turnout for an esports event, and just the growth and the love of all the fans and the passion they have in this game. To see everyone here, it's amazing.
Yeah, and then obviously you've been at Riot Games for 6 months now. You used to be in Dignitas, of course. I'm sure everybody is watching at home is aware of that fact. Coming into this, you know, seeing the whole venue full of League of Legends fans, you know, we went out to get food earlier on and people wanted photos. It's like, even as casters, it's a little strange, but the players, they are the real superstars of this tournament. How much pressure. And It seems the crowd have a favorite at this tournament. It's hard to argue with.
That is just awesome.
That is awesome. I mean, immediately, that sort of pressure is immediately, you're the favorite, apparently, according to the crowd here at the venue.
Now Azubu has to deal with not being the fan favorite. There's, even in the pre-games, though, there are many Azubu supporters in the crowd, but TPA, no one expected them coming into this tourney. Then they knocked out Moscow 5, and now they got the support of all these fans.
They do seem to have the support of all these fans, of course. Azubu Frost had some big cheers, very generous support from both sets of fans. Coming into this, okay, let's have a look through the lanes. I mean, we saw, obviously, Freak and Rivington touched on all the players. We've just seen some phenomenal stats from these guys. The shot callers, interestingly enough, are both support players.
And the thing with the Azubu Frost is it's a shared duty between their support player Mad Life and also their jungler Cloud Templar. I know Cloud Templar does have a very large voice in their teams, and here we go into Champion Select. How are they going to go back and forth? I know Blitzcrank has been pretty contested through this whole thing. Everyone's ready to go.
Everyone is ready to go. It has been a big build-up. Let's see what they go with. There is the first ban, Blitzcrank. Both teams have had it banned against them 3 times, I believe, so no surprise that that was banned out there. Jace also been a very strong favorite in this tournament. Of course, they don't want Stanley having that, but we know damn well Stanley has that backup of Nidalee. Those spears so strong. Skarner being banned out, that's Cloud Templar's one of his favorite champions.
And the Nidalee, if they pick it, it wouldn't be early because they very much like to do that in a counter pick. The Jace ban, no surprise. Stanley was actually the first player to pick Jace competitively, so he's feared. Everyone knows that. They're not letting Toys have Orianna. Collective size from everyone. I'm not expecting to see that anytime soon with how dominating he's been with it and how much control that adds. And back and forth, these are all just directed bans at the players. Jax is for Shy. Back and forth, these guys obviously done their homework.
We only got to see Jax, I think, one time in the tournament from Azubu Frost. That was against COG, I believe, COG NA.
And we actually had a clip of him getting a double kill at a sliver of health. And they're just like, you know what?
That's why we're not going to let him have him. Yeah, indeed. Final pick to ban, taking a little while from Azubu Frost because there's a few things been left open. They've gone with Kog'Maw. That is a surprise ban, and definitely the fans are very much knowledgeable. And Anivia may well get locked in here. We don't know. You never know with these players, you see. We don't like to bite things early, but I don't think we've seen Toys Anivia throughout this tournament.
He has played Anivia, actually. He was in the second game against Najin Sword, and he went 6-0-5 with it. That was a brilliant ploy by them because they knew that Rapid Star wanted it. CLG EU had to ban that out earlier. They're going to lock in the Sona, I'm pretty sure, because they love Sona. It's the #1 support for them, and it also potentially blocks TPA from a safe Nunu pick because the high poke from them is, and the Sona Ezreal, scouted by many as being the best 2-man high poke lane you can have in the game. What's TPA going to do to counter that?
And the question is, that means Azubu Frost surely might use this in the top lane. We saw it against CLG. They just shoved that top lane down with that combo. Maokai, it has been one of the strongest junglers probably throughout the tournament. Definitely sets up those ganks early. Matches the aggressive play that Type A Assassins have.
Maokai is going to be a contested pick amongst both these guys. The only junglers that Lowballs has actually won on have been Dr. Mundo and Maokai, so this is a very clear pick for him. Cloud Templar has had most success on Maokai and Skarner as well, so if they pick that away, that leaves it open for the other side. If they do end up going with the Maokai, I'd almost expect a Shen from Cloud Templar because he's been very much about control of the map, and if he can just sit in the jungle and come out with Shen, that fits right into their style, especially with high pressure lanes coming out from Sona Ezreal. They're taking their time with this one, though. You can tell they don't know if they got the strategy, and a Lulu pick coming out. Poke versus Poke, gonna go in versus Sona there.
This could be a very aggressive team pick. The next 2 picks, and like you mentioned, the deliberately slowness of it. He saw a mistake there, talking across. Obviously, the shot caller we said, I guess they're having a global discussion. Vladimir, we saw Vladimir in the middle for Azubu Frost against CLG. Froggen said he was well aware of that fact, expecting it against Morgana. Definitely can farm strongly against Morgana and against Anivia. And
Rapid Star really likes Vladimir. He knows the ins and outs of the TPA matchup, and here could be a Karthus. Strangely enough, though, the 2 times, both of these teams have picked a Karthus Shen comp twice, and that was the only game they lost in the tournament. But they like the Karthus versus Anivia matchup. And a Namumu coming in from Cloud Templar. First one we've seen all tournament.
First one all tournament. I asked Snoopy whether he was going to do it, especially after his champion spot.